All right. Well, welcome everyone to our October 25th monthly director call for the Bazaar Bullet Train. So it is October. It is holiday season is rocking and rolling, and I hope you're all taking full advantage of it. So before we kind of go over our little agenda today, I just always want to start with just 5 minutes of good news. So share anything that you did in the last couple of weeks that excited you, anything new you did, you tried out, anything that you stepped out of your comfort zone. So who wants to share? I know there's some people on here that have some news. So if you don't say it, I'll say it.
Okay, I'll start.
All right, go Troy. You all want to hear this.
So guys, I've had my best recruiting month since I've been with the company. I have four new recruits this month, which I'm super, super excited about. I'm also losing my mind, but that's okay. But it's really, really exciting. And I feel like it's like strengthening my muscles to talk to other people like on our team about recruiting also.
So do you mind just sharing, what do you think you are doing to create the interest of joining your team, and how are you sealing the deal?
I think there are a couple of things. I think one of the things is that when I'm at a show, like I feel like a switch has gone off a little bit in my mind that, shows, guys, we could burn the food and people are still going to buy product at the shows, right? So the shows, like we can really mess it up and we're still going to have the sales. So my real goal from a show is to find out who needs this opportunity, who I'm there to recruit, like who is Pampered Chef good for, who would be so good at this, who would Pampered Chef make a difference for in their life. And I kind of feel like that's part of my focus. And when people are super quiet at shows, I am like handing tickets like, oh, well, I bet you want to know how often you have to work when you're a Pampered Chef consultant. And I don't have to do that more than twice. And then usually people are starting to ask questions because they start to feel more comfortable, or information is coming out that they want to know more about. So I kind of feel like something in me has shifted. And I think the other thing is, and I know it's hard to say to use this as a strategy, but it is something that I'm doing that's working, which is like the focus is not on me. So when I approach someone about joining my team, it's usually with a compliment about why, like who they are, like what about them makes someone that I think would be good at this, as opposed to I want you. I mean, I want you as part of it, but it's more like because, you connect with people so well, or because you're clearly a leader, and, you were showing people how to use the products and stuff like that. Like you could be getting paid for this instead of me. So it's kind of like focusing on them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Makes sense in my head.
So you're not thinking about, I need to recruit. You're thinking about them. How can this business work for them? And that's right. That's exactly the best way to do it. So congratulations. So we still have a week, so maybe we'll add one more. So Troy recruited 4 people so far this month. So who else has good news, or who else has a question maybe for Troy? So who else wants to share some good news? I know there's some people on here.
It's not necessarily good news, but something that I've been trying and just kind of getting me out in the community more is I've been doing a lot of networking events and just learning more about kind of business in this community and what kind of works, and just getting out there more in that way. And it's been pretty awesome. So like I went to it was a webinar for growing your business and working, like using social media and stuff. Like it was just a class, and I wouldn't have learned about it if I hadn't went to these networking meetings. And I went and, made more connections in the community while I was there, and learned some stuff too that I might try implementing. Like what he's like, one guy who got up, he's a social media marketing expert. And he's like, on your business pages, he's like, you should not even be paying attention to reach or how many likes you have or anything like that. He's like, it's all about engagement. So whenever you're on your business page, he's like, you comment with your business page and you interact with other business pages as your business page, and that's how you grow your social media presence. He's like, because then the likes, the reach, and everything else just come. He's like, it's all about relationships. And I was like, whoa, light bulb was going off. It's about relationships. He's like, you know, and he goes, you might even find, even though you have a business page, that you do better on your personal page. He's like, so work that. He's like, you know, he goes, I am everywhere on Facebook. So that's how I grow it. He's like, so if you want to grow your business virtually, you need to be everywhere. So if you're commenting in the community, if you're, you know, things like that. So I'm kind of changing my strategy a little bit. Instead of in all these different groups posting ads and things like that, he's like, no, nobody even pays attention to it. They don't pay any attention to it. He's like, just go out in different Facebook groups and stuff, if that's what you're doing. And he said, you know, go out and just like share information that helps them. He's like, because then they're going to know you as somebody who helps, and you form those relationships that way. So, yeah.
Thanks for sharing that.
I like that. I'm already thinking, oh.
My mind is like going ding, 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 right? Awesome. So maybe, you know, now this time, instead of saying, hey, buy these Christmas gifts, you could say, hey, try out this amazing recipe, or look at these ornaments you can make with the cookie cutters and teach
That's exactly what he was saying.
Okay,
like, yeah. He's like, share stuff like that. Don't share ads and things like that. He's like, you want to be a resource.
Yeah.
People will come to you if you're a resource. He's like, they're not going to come to you just for ads. He's like, they'll come to you as a resource. Good. And he said, he helped somebody else who was in direct sales. I have no idea what this guy's pricing is or anything. I might sit down with him and find out. But he said he worked with somebody in direct sales. He's like, on her business page, they completely took the company name off, and they just marketed her.
We can't do that.
That's what I told him. I said, I don't know about that. And he's like, she just took the rules of the company and threw them out the door, and her business went woo. And I'm like, well,
yeah, I wouldn't risk that.
I get fired.
Yeah. But we have to put Pampered Chef on our business page?
You have to put independent consultant or independent director with Pampered Chef.
Or you have to make it known that you are
somewhere on there. I think your name could be different, but somewhere on there it has to state that.
It's supposed to. Mine just is Karen's Pampered Chef, but at this point, it's not like it's raising any flags.
We're not going to turn you in. So awesome. Thank you for sharing that. I think that can help lots of us that are posting on Facebook too. So who else has good news? Anything you tried? Anything you're excited about? Had a great show, had a great workshop, had a great virtual party, new recruits, tried something new?
Oh, I'll go. It's Brianne. I know you can't see me because, well, I haven't showered today. I'm running errands. But I am not a recruiter. I focus more on sales. But somehow I went on my 5-year anniversary vacation, and all of a sudden I had 4 people interested. And so far 2 have signed and 1 is going to sign tonight. So that is awesome. Crazy for me.
Yeah.
That's crazy for me because I know I need to recruit, but it just never, like I throw it out at a show and we talk about it and I have people interested, but then I never get them to pull the trigger. So pretty excited to have 2 new team members, and I needed some fresh blood in my
It's amazing
team,
what that
so I'm excited.
Yeah,
it does. It's like re-energizing. It's making me feel like I got to do more and strive for more. So it's really exciting. I'm excited.
I know Troy was just asking the same thing. So what is different now than it was before? Why did they join, and what do you think you did different?
So I think. Yeah, I went on vacation. I can't believe I came back. I think I'm actually listening, which I always listen, but they say you listen to respond instead of, or what is it? You listen to understand. I don't know what it is, but it's a saying and it's true. But I've always listened to respond instead of listening to understand what they're saying and seeing what their needs are. And so this time it's kind of clicking how to recruit, which, I mean, it's been almost a year and a half, so it's about time. But I think it's just, I'm finally figuring out how to get people to get excited about this and see how it can change their lives.
Okay, good. Do you think it has anything to do with you being late and being more intentional about it?
Well, maybe. Yeah, lead might be the reason. I mean, that was my mulligan last month was recruits, and I kind of assumed it would be this month too, but I'm really excited to have that out of the way.
Right,
I
it
had
feels
it out of
good.
the way last week, so.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. And you're definitely right. And I think
Thank
everyone can
you.
agree when we bring in new people that need us, want us, call us, ask for our help. It just kind of proves us that we are, proves to us that we are needed. And it is very, very exciting to do that. So
Definitely.
yeah, at least 1 or 2 a month, definitely, for sure.
The other thing is it almost like we talk about how we need to re-promote ourselves, as directors, and it does really totally infuse your business. Like, I kind of feel like that's where I'm at now. I have 4 new recruits this month and 2 recruits last month. This is me becoming a new director team again.
Absolutely.
So why do you think it's important to re-promote yourself every 90 days?
Well, part of it is that, I was just looking, and I apologize. Numbers don't stick in my head. So I like numbers, and I like the story that they tell, but I have, I don't know, a whole bunch of people on my team that aren't necessarily doing anything anymore or excited anymore, or their life circumstances have changed, or and then the people that have been excited, that have been doing things, are promoting. And Karen was my superstar and she's an advanced director now, so it's important for me. And also, like, I've been struggling to make my team sales, and that as that $5,000 in team sales every month. And part of it is because I need new blood. I need people that are excited. And I really, like, I feel like the more people you get, the more exciting it is to help people get what they want, and I really am excited about that. Like, I feel like I have some people on my team who are going to have some truly amazing stories that everybody is going to want to hear when they're achieving success in our business.
Awesome. Yeah, and I think you're definitely right. And again, directorship is just that first step in, management level and paper chaff. So why stop there? Why get too comfortable for too long? Just keep bringing in new people and re-promote yourself, and you will find the next you. That's always the goal, is to find the next you that wants it just as bad as you want it, and help them out. All right. Anyone else want to share anything, good news? Anything that happened? Hey, Lori. Just, the couple of things that we're doing right now. So we have 2 recognitions going on. So remember, we're doing the Cooking on All 4 Burners recognition. So what that means is you get a $25 gift card from me when you reach at least 2,500 in personal sales. You recruit one person and you bring a team recruit on. So that means you're teaching someone how to recruit as well, and your qualified director team. And I believe, 2,500, and I think you guys agree, I think that's why we came up with this, is that it's like what a director should do, is at least bring in half the sales yourself, because you always want to keep growing. And the other thing is, we're doing the $100 gift card drawing, and Casey won it last month, and this is actually Casey's first monthly director call, so yay! Casey, just so you know, we're doing these every last Tuesday of the month, just kind of, our director team and brainstorming sessions and stuff like that. So when we are green as an executive team this month, again, not only will we be giving away 1 gift card, we'll give away 2 $100 gift cards, and that goes up to 5 $100 gift cards total. And if we don't reach it 1 month, then it just goes back to 1. So it can go up to 500 or down to 100. So those are our incentives. And then Donna Laney's offering an incentive for all the directors, which is pretty neat that she's offering to everyone, is when you submit 8 shows, you can earn a gift card from her as well. And if you submit them this month and next month, like consistently, the gift card amount goes up. And that's, again, because the one thing that is going to get you all the results that you want are your shows. And 8 shows, 2 shows a week minimum submitted, will get you sales, it will get you bookings, and it will get you recruit leads, because you're doing at least 2 shows a week. So the one thing I wanted to talk about is first of all, the Green by 15th postcard invite. So I hope you are all sending those out. I feel like the team is very excited about them. Some of them even I think they think it's like a requirement. It's kind of fun to watch it. They're like, oh, what did I miss? Oh, gosh. And I think it helps us as directors to make sure our people are green early in the month, and the ones that might wait till, the 31st and now doing it by the 15th, and we kind of can get a feel of where our team is going for the month. So once you run out of them, just let me know. I just ordered them on Vistaprint. I ordered a bunch of them in postcard format, so I can send you some more. So just make sure you send those out. It's easier to do it right, on the 16th, because you can kind of just pull up your stats and send them out real quick, then try and go back and figure out when people were active. Has anyone experienced people being excited about the Green by 15th postcards?
Yes, I have. Carolyn's wicked excited.
Okay, good. And some people are even fun. They post pictures that they received one and then they're excited for the recognition. So it's just something small that we can do to recognize our people. So the other thing I want to talk about is the departments that we're doing and partnering up with Donna Landy. So there's lots of things happening. A lot of things happening, so make sure you have access to the Landy team calendar. All the events are on there, and please don't feel like you have to be on every single event. It's just basically us, as a team, all working together to give our consultants, directors, everything they need to either learn more or run their business. So, and tell your team that too. So they don't have to be on every single training, but if they want to, focus on recruiting, then there's training for that. If they want to focus on virtual parties, there's training for that. If they want to focus on getting bookings, there's training for that. So, so just, you can guide them in the right direction. So if someone says to you, hey, I want to, recruit, I want to grow my team, then send them to that training. That's something now that we don't have to do. We don't have to do, all these calls and teach them. We can send them to the training and then just follow up with them. So it should make our life easier as the ball has started to roll. Of course, it took some time to kind of get all these things in place with calls and volunteers and stuff like that. But if you are in our department, or if you're not and you want to be in an area that you're looking at either to grow or an area you feel very confident in, just let us know and we can place you in that department or whatever to help. Does anyone have any questions about all these trainings that are popping up, or any feedback? Because this is like a beta test, right? We're testing these things out. So if you have any feedback, by all means, we're not perfect. We're just trying to make sure that we cover everything and try and make everyone happy. So does anyone have any feedback, suggestions, concerns, positive things to say?
Guys, I'm really excited about our opportunity hour tonight. This really could make our team explode us. I think
it was a good idea too.
We've got over 60 people coming. What I would really, really like though, so there's going to be a post towards the end. So anyone that can hop on where people can share their whys, can you please talk to your team members about posting only on that post about it? It's like a 45-minute thing, so it's towards the end. I would love for people to post their stories. I'm also asking people to go live throughout the day. Just take 2 minutes to go live and share your why. You never know who's watching, who is going to connect with your story, because we obviously have so many people coming from, invited from all different backgrounds and all different, team members and that kind of thing. So I kind of feel like we have a real opportunity to keep it interesting. And again, this is a beta. We're trying it. Let's see how it works. Let's see, how many are guests and how many people, sign up as a result. I'm really excited to see how this is going to work.
Yeah, so make sure you share the event with your team, but also make sure to give them maybe words to invite people. And if they're inviting people, to follow up with them and say, hey, I invited you to this event. I hope you can make it. Not just like a virtual party. You don't want them to just invite people and then never talk to them. So, if you're looking to grow your team, definitely take advantage of it. Take some time today to get your team members on, and your team could grow by 2, 4, 6 by the end of the week. So you just never know.
And guys, we can have that for the all 4 burners, someone on our team recruiting. like that's going to count towards our all four burners incentive too.
Correct. Okay, any other questions about that? It was a great call yesterday too. I watched it late when I got home about with Claire Dolce, who had some tips about recruiting as well. So if you need some new ideas, she had some new ideas that she brought back that some of them I haven't heard either. So I thought those were very interesting. Okay, so actually, since we're talking about recruiting, I kind of would like to know, and it could be 0 to 10 plus, whatever your goal is. I kind of would like to know how many consultants you want to add to your team personally by the end of the year. You know, this is a very high selling season. The new kids are, you know, people loving the new kids, even if they're just coming on to try it. People now go to the mall and like, get a job from 7 to 10 so they can have some extra holiday cash. And in order to always grow, we do need new team members. You know, it's just the way it goes. That's what you need to grow. So have you guys just thought about, you know, how many team members you would like to add to your team from now, not the ones you already recruited, from now until the end of the year? Does anyone want to share and maybe why you came up with that number? Or maybe it's just a random number. That could be too.
I would like to bring in at least 6, but I don't know. I mean, I've been trying. I haven't recruited anybody in 3 months, and it's not from a lack of trying. It's like I'm saying all the right things. I don't know what else to do.
Well, you also just kind of moved too. So
Yeah, I know.
give yourself some credit. Who else wants to share?
That'll be fine.
So I set a goal at the beginning of this month, which I didn't share with anybody, which I was supposed to. Claudia, I'm going to talk to you about that. Anyway, as a director organization, we said 27.
Okay.
And
How many are you personally going to do?
so I think, like, originally I thought like 8, but I already have 4. So I think I'm going to have to change that.
So what are we changing it to?
Well, let's try 10.
Okay. And again, this is not, you could want 0, you could want 1, you know, it's your personal business. We can't compare ourselves to others. And if you set a goal and it's too high and maybe you don't reach it and you miss it by 1 or 2, we're growing. But it's just a matter of setting a goal and going for it and putting for that. Who else wants to share?
This is Casey. I wouldn't mind 2 at least.
Okay, good. Who else? I'm going to call you out if you don't go.
Brianne, this is Brianne, and I'm thinking 5, just because I need the 4 for lead. And then why not 1 more?
Right, good. That's a good way to not go minimum, right?
Yeah.
Who else is on? Lori, you want to share? Lori's been quiet.
I would love to do probably 4 or 5.
5, sure. Okay, awesome. And then I think Jody, you're on too, right? Are you still on?
Yes, I am. I say 3.
3. Okay, awesome. And that, you know, I'll post it on our director page, and let's just kind of keep each other excited. And that kind of, I still actually, you know, I'm going to say I still have to work on my number, but I'm thinking about it. So I'll post it with my number too, and let's just, you know, grow like crazy, grow like weeds. I mean, some of you have been with me for a year. You know that where we were a year ago and where we are now. I know we were just talking about how we just promoted, like last month we promoted, a year ago, right? We promoted Troy and Lori and Liz, and that was just like, boom, that was just a start of everything. So yeah, those are great goals, and I will definitely help keep you guys accountable for that. And again, we have lots of training on recruiting, and if you ever feel like you're in a slum and you can't get out, you just call me, or you just call a buddy, or we can make an emergency Zoom conference call and we can all come together and help, because, you know, that's what we do. It's so much easier to do it when you have some partners in crime to kind of help and brainstorm with that. So I will be seeing lots of you. Is that next week, right? Oh my God, is that next week? I'm so not ready. So Judy Joel is coming here to New York November 4th and November 5th. And we have Troy, Liz, and Lori that are going to be flying in. And we're going to have a big sleepover. I'm so excited. For anyone that can't come, I will have my laptop set up and I will try and Zoom it as well. So encourage any of your team members that are not local to Zoom in. And I should probably post that link to the Zoom on there too. But to just Zoom in, they won't be able to like interact, but I'll have my laptop set up so they can take advantage of all the training from Judy Joel as well. And I'll do the same for all directors on Saturday for any director that can come. Or if you have someone that really wants to be a director, we can Zoom them in too, because they're definitely going to benefit from the training from Judy Joel too. So make sure your team knows about it. For anyone that's local in New York, all your team members got a personal invite in the mail. So make sure to follow up with them. Just like a regular party, we need to follow up with them as well. And then the other thing is on December 5th is going to be the trip reveal. So I'm assuming it's going to be like last year where it's like a stream. So we're going to get together here and watch it. If you have some local team members, save the date now, have them over, do some 30-minute recognition training. And then just, we normally just do like hot chocolate and everyone brings the snacks. It's kind of like a holiday party. So just so you know, that's going to be December 5th. And I would love to have a director or volunteer that's not local, that's not having their team over that day to just run a virtual event. So basically come on Zoom, do 10-15 minutes of recognition, everyone leaves, goes to watch the reveal, and then comes back and just kind of shares the excitement. So they can kind of have that group excitement too. So I thought that would be something fun. So when if you're available December 5th and you're not getting together locally with your team, then just let me know. And I would love to for you to just kind of start the Zoom, just be the facilitator and, watch it with some people that don't have access to a local team. And the last thing I want to talk about is the live things that we are kind of doing. So just kind of wanted to get some feedback. So every Monday, one of us is supposed to go live and talk about recruiting, bookings, host coaching, and at the party. But it feels like not everyone does it. And I just can't be responsible to remind everyone to do it. So since we have all these other trainings, give me your feedback. Is that something that you think you and your team benefit from, to have someone go live on our organizational page and just talk, 15 minutes about the specific topic? Or do you feel like because we have all the other trainings now that it's too much? Or what is your feedback? Like, should we continue or should we not? What do you guys think?
I would almost ask that on our next team Zoom because that's the people that would be benefiting from it. Like, do they feel like they're benefiting from it? Do they even know that it's happening?
You probably don't, because it hasn't happened in a while.
Yeah.
So maybe what we can do is just anytime somebody has something they're trying out at a show, anytime somebody tried something new with host coaching and had results, just go on there with no pressure and just talk about it for a couple minutes, and I think we can do that with the whole hashtag Rockstars do and tell. So every time we do anything fun and exciting and you want to share it, just use that hashtag, go live, or don't go live, and just talk about it and write it down. Yes. Sure.
I like the hashtag thing.
Yeah, so we want to encourage that. I kind of started it, but it hasn't really taken off. But I think once, especially if we all kind of try and use it and just post it and just say, oh my God, I just went out and gave out 3 catalogs and got 3 new contacts. Hashtag Rockstars do and tell. I just had a great party and I signed someone at the show. Hashtag. And just anything exciting that you're doing. It doesn't always have to give you immediate results or sales or bookings. It could just be, oh my God, I just tried out this recipe and posted it, and now somebody wants to book a party or whatever. So anything exciting that excites you or could excite your team. So, okay, so we have a couple minutes left. So now is your time for any feedback, anything you want to share, any tips, any questions, anything I can do to help, or we as a team can help or share, or ideas. I definitely loved Karen's idea with the business page thing. So I think, Karen, you have Jason as your friend? Jason Hiller?
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you message him that, and he could add that to one of our Tech Tip Tuesday posts?
Okay. Yeah, I'll take, I have like a whole handout that they gave us because it was like a workshop. So I'll see if I can get that information to him, or at least some of it. So, and I'll give him the guy's Facebook page too, because the guy posts like tips and stuff like that all the time too.
Okay, perfect. All right, guys, how does everyone feel about the end of the month? We got a week left, less than a week. So now's the time to buckle up, go through it, right? And please don't close any shows on Halloween. We'll be out doing stuff. Don't try and get a hold of people on the 31st.
No.
Yes.
The 31st, no, that's a family day.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got 5 shows closing on the 30th, so I know, I mean, it's all going into the last minute. And 3 of
The
them
30th is the 30th, not the 31st.
right.
Yeah.
As long as I can get the hosts to close theirs also. But 3
I
of them,
would start
and 3 of
talking
them
to your host now. I would start talking to your host now. Be like, do we really want to mess with this on the 31st?
Mhm.
Just be like, I'm not working the 31st.
Yeah.
I'm out with my kids.
Yeah. I'm not a Halloween person.
Well, if you're not, but they might be.
Yeah.
We
You
might
want
be.
to really talk to me on
Yeah.
Halloween?
Yeah.
Like, Halloween is one of my favorite holidays. I'm not. Like,
So I'm going to challenge you to dress up as like Pampered Chef Apron Zombie or something. That'd be fun.
that would be good.
The whole
Yes.
family could do that.
You could have like a chocolate drizzler with like red icing and just like suck on it.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be fun.
Well, I was thinking more along the lines of like, a fairy or something and get a
Oh,
tutu.
well, that works too.
Or I could dress up as a cupcake or something. You know?
It could be a cupcake fairy.
Yeah, a cupcake fairy. There we go.
Awesome. All right, guys. Anything else you want to talk about? Everyone?
Do we need to talk about our meeting? Because or I guess, are we doing a Zoom? We're not really doing a Zoom because Judy Joel is going to be here? Or
Correct.
okay.
Yeah. So that's going to take over November, and then December is going to be, some recognition, but the reveal. So
Okay.
kind of it for the year. It's crazy, right?
It is.
But hey, I know what we forgot to talk about, the incentive trip. So please, if you're close and you feel like you're not going to get it, and trust me, you don't want to miss it by like 6,000 points, because you're going to bite yourself in the booty and say, oh my God, I could have recruited 2 people right now and qualified them. So if you're close and you're feeling like you're struggling, reach out to me, reach out to other directors.
Karen, I want to go on a cruise with you. We got to do this.
I know. I'm like, I need a cruise.
Yes.
I need a cruise.
You had a year. You do need a cruise.
Yeah. And I would like to, see lots of you. And I'm just not going to go to Mexico, go to Bahamas, because I want to hang out with you guys. So I want to do that, because I can't wait to see your faces, when you are on your first trip, and just talking about it just gives me goosebumps. So anyways, I want.
This is why I became a director.
Well, you all are on track. Every single person, every director on our team can still earn it. It doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but it means recruiting is just the fastest way to get that trip.
And getting them qualified.
So I wanted to say that actually, that as exciting as it is that I have 4 new recruits this month, what's even more exciting is that I've had my first person qualify in, I don't know, months, like since the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And that has been a struggle for me. But let me tell you that this Strong Start program, and talking about their first goal being to hit 1250 in their first 30 days, talking about that goal with them right away. I was afraid to talk about that with people because I didn't want to put pressure on them for them to feel like they had to do something, but talking to them about it makes all the difference, because then they get excited and they want it and they're going to work towards it and they're going to book the show so that they can do it.
Well, Troy, you did talk about it, at least with me. You did.
Yeah, well, you were kind of like really interested in having a business with it and making a go of this, whereas like a hobby consultant,
Yeah.
You know, I tend not to, but now I realized the other thing that's changed is the fast track to director conversation. I talk about that with everybody.
Yeah.
Because that conversation kind of got glossed. Like I remember having it with my recruiter, but it wasn't something that was like, you know, you can do this, you know, like, and now we have all these things in place to help people do that. And people that I thought would never want that, because they're like, oh, you know, I've got one gal that was like not joining because she was afraid she was going to make too much money for benefits for her special needs son. And when I talked to her about directorship, she's like, oh yeah, I want that. How awesome would it be so that I don't need these extra benefits and I can just do this? And I'm like, okay. So I kind of feel like that's changing in my conversation. And I'm super excited that I got my first person qualified. And so she's one of my recruits from last month, and my second recruit from last month is really working it, like is really working it to get qualified by her 30 days. I mean, she'll get qualified after her 30 days for sure, and I'll still get the trip points, but it'd be really, you know, great for her to do it in her first 30 days.
Yeah.
And if you're not doing the strong start and you need help with it, and you just kind of want me to, like, if you have one person, you're like, okay, walk me through it step by step, I will do that. I know I've been doing it with Bree, and really invest the time, because they are your babies. They're going to be your next director. They're going to be bringing in lots of sales, you know, for you and your team. So don't skip out on those, you know, 20, 30-minute calls with them.
That's a lot.
And if if you're looking for people to promote to director, Fast Track is the way to go. Trust me that like 6 months ago, people were promoting like 1 or 2 in the whole Pampered Chef entire company. And ever since the word has kind of come out that Fast Track is really the easiest way to do it. I mean, I think last month they promoted 12. So that number is just going to go up and up and up, because they're new. They don't know any better. They don't know it has to be difficult. They don't know. I actually don't even use the word director. I just say, hey, let's build a team and make money and get that $500 bonus. So if you believe that they can do it, tell them that, you know, and believe that you can help them get there as well. So don't be afraid of promoting Fast Track director too. All right, girls, anything else? Everyone good? All right. Well, I'll stop the recording.